Hi, my name is Zach Harrington, and I have Tourette syndrome. I've been taking since I was 9 years old. I had a beautiful career, a beautiful life, and I lost everything to heroin addiction almost 4 years ago now, so I've been about 3.5 years clean. I was going through storage today since my dad passed. He committed suicide a few months ago, and alcohol was a big factor, and I wanted to figure out really what we had in common. And so I pulled out all my personal journals that I found in storage, and I want to be able to share some of that with maybe some addicts who are struggling, or people who have been through it themselves, or somebody with chronic illness that is thinking that it's okay to take opioids because we're never going to get better. There is no cure for Tourette syndrome. There is no cure to magically take the pain away. There is just life, and I hope that through my experiences, I can share with you how I've lived it and maybe change somebody's life out there. If that's you, then I love you. All right, everybody, I'm going to speak a little bit fast because I want it to all fit in one video. And I got ticks. It's time to crack open the first book out of many things that I've written. I actually wrote this to myself as my dead name. And so my dead name is Haley. I don't think that anybody, if you want to use it against me, you can. I know I'm still a man, but I'm going to share this with you. So it says, Dear Haley, you've been at this a while, the lying and the hoaxes. You've been torn down by dry lines and needle pokes. It's time to change and let go of the smoke because it's just an illusion at most. Let's look at your lovers for what is it, a toxic chemical with only one end. So you look in the mirror and choose life over death, to be honest, knowing that you're not dead yet. Let go of the bullshit and let go of the dark. Find your light. Listen to yourself. So writing this was a huge piece of my recovery, and I hope that helps somebody. A friend. Okay, we're back, and I'm going to be showing you a picture here. This is something that I drew, which is kind of disturbing. It says, I feel like a host to this disease. I am its pet, and it bridles me and pulls me in every direction, but never lets me move. And it's a picture of me bridled with 8,000 pounds on top of me, and it says, the weight of you selling needles, lifestyle, heroin, meth, holding me captive. And I think that's a really important piece to share. List other drugs you've used. Marijuana, oxycodone, hydrocodone, morphine, BHO, daily for 2 years, daily for a year, now and then, and daily for 2 years. How much? And I put dependent. I put dependent. Dependent. Look up that word. I'm going to keep sharing. I hope by this point you have followed if this speaks to you, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, and this one I'm also gonna try to speak fast to get it in 60 seconds. This is now the third video, and it says, has the amount of alcohol or other drugs you need to use to get high changed over time? And I marked yes. I said it increased by so much, all the way up to $200 to $300 a day. It became a massive habit. Do you ever drink or use quickly to get as high as soon as possible? Absolutely, I replied. Do you ever drink before a party or an event? I said yes, going anywhere, doing anything. Or at home. I needed it at all to feel alive. Do you drink or use alone? Absolutely. When I'm home, when I'm out and about, when I'm in a public bathroom, when I'm at family's house, when I'm in friends' bathrooms, I use at night. I use every single minute of the day. And do you hide your alcohol or drugs from others? I put yes and no. Describe your hiding spots and why. I said I didn't when I lived alone. Put extremely yes behind pictures, behind frames, behind car vents, in my chair, in food boxes in my family's home. Now you tell me that that's not a dependency when I'm the man that I am today. We can be there for each other. Please see the next video. All right, guys. On this next one, we're going to talk about powerlessness. And my powerlessness, it said, use the space below to share a way that you feel about yourself today. Use these lines to paint with your words a self-portrait of your feelings. So again, I'm going to say this fast because we have 60-second videos to get this done. And I hope by now that you have followed, if this interests you, or if you have a need to get clean or have a family member who's struggling. So it says, I feel like I'm rolling slowly downhill into my own creation. I feel the toxicity has infected my brain, and now the drugs are all that I give. I feel sad that it's the only comfort that I've had for years is now gone, but I'm also relieved because she was killing me. Yes, she, heroin, and I wonder if I'll ever be happy again. I wonder if I'll ever be anything more than a junkie in recovery. I try to look ahead and see my life and what it used to be filled with love and laughter and dreams, and now it's the blankest paper that I've ever seen, and I can't remember how to hold a pencil. I fear defeat and I wish for clarity. I feel defeat and I wish for clarity. If you are feeling that right now, you don't have to comment, you don't have to like it, just please listen. Okay, so this next part says, your attempts to stop, often substance-dependent people, have recognized their need to stop using or drinking long before they seek help. And so, for me, it said, name 3 specific ways in which you attempted to stop or control your drinking or using, and how and why you failed. So I said, I attempted to stop by limiting myself. I failed because I couldn't do it. I attempted to stop by telling myself that I was not in too deep. I failed because I always found a reason to use. I attempted to stop by going to rehab. I failed because I didn't think I embraced the program like I should have, and I regret that. And that was through a first treatment center, and it's absolutely true. I said, fuck this, it's a God-based program, I don't want to do this, I don't need this isn't for me. But it absolutely was. If you're taking only God out of AA, then you're seeing the wrong thing. You're not understanding the principles behind it or the morals behind it. I'm not saying you have to go to a meeting every day. I'm just saying, find some peace and serenity for yourself. Please see us on the next video. I'm going to continue to share, and this is the rawest that I've ever been. That I've ever been. Alright guys, now we're going to move into loss of control. This talks about how you lose control. Often your behavior is known as conflict with what they know is right. Give 3 specific examples when you lost control. Describe how you lost control, your ability to stop using, and your behavior went out of control. I said, I know I've been up for 5 days and I wasn't thinking right, and a deal went bad, and I was stabbed, and I put my best friend in danger. I was driving high and got angry. I drove 120 miles an hour in the pouring rain. I almost got in a wreck. I stole from my work to not be dope sick. I knew 8 points was too much and I didn't care. I wanted to feel control, and I woke up left in a cemetery. The people I was with put me there and thought that I was dead and left me to avoid trouble with the police. And I still got up. My first thought was, oh God, I need to go use. That is being trapped. This is getting harder to do, but I know that if only one person out there hears this, that it will help. And it may not hit the For You page, because everyone who's in active addiction or has a friend or a family who's in active addiction, they don't want to like the video, they don't want to comment, they don't want to say anything because it's scary, and I get it. But I'm going to share what I went through with my family and friends, and I hope that it gives you the ability to open up yourself. So here we go. My family and friends. How have you changed your friends because of your drinking or using? Yes, I lost friends, all of them. I gained people that I used with, and only people that I used with that cared about money and drugs, no matter how much I thought that they cared about me. You have 2 specific examples of unfair behavior you displayed toward your family or friends that are caused by your relationship. I ended relationships rather than my use multiple times. I yelled at my family, and I didn't really see them much for 2 years. I forgot everything that they were to me. And how's your relationship with your family changed? I said I became a ghost, and they eventually stopped calling 15 minutes away, and I would avoid them for months. 15 minutes away. Is that you? Alright, so this talks about finances, and it says, the cost of alcohol and other drugs. The cost of behavior while high, drunk, blowing cash, gambling, the loss of money that you would have earned if you had not been high, the loss of past or future opportunities that could have been yours, the loss of money due to poor judgment or poor financial planning and bad investments, additional medical or legal insurance due to your active behavior, and anything not listed above. $126,800 is how much I spent on my use over a 2-year period. That was $28,000 for drugs. That was $10,000 for acting reckless. That was $10,000 for the loss of money if I wouldn't have been high. That was $20,000 for the loss of future opportunities that could have been yours, and $8,000 on top of that. And the loss of money due to poor judgment was $30,000. Additional medical or legal was $20,000. Anything not lifted above $126,800 on my addiction. It adds up, and I'm telling you, there is a way out. Okay, so talking about spiritual life is a belief in a higher power that gives us daily strength and a feeling of peace. Have you had feelings of helplessness or hopelessness? And I said, yes. I said, I'm uncomfortable in my use, and I'm uncomfortable in my body. I'm uncomfortable in sobriety, and I want peace, but I only find it in small increments. Has your drinking or using behavior made you do things that were against your own value? I said, yes. I said, I hate this. Stealing, lying, cheating, robbing, manipulating, harming, selling drugs to others, robbing friends, ripping people off, selling fake drugs, selling priceless things to my family, and absolutely losing myself. Lost. You know, until 2 years after I used, I forgot, and I remembered that I used to ride horses. I showed horses for 4 years as a teenager. I had no recollection of ever riding a horse until I was 2 years clean. That is what's going on in America right now. Just stop. Welcome back. This is another one. This is areas of unmanageability continued. Have you or your beliefs in a higher power changed over time? I said yes. It says, have you expressed your faith changed? I said, yes. I said, I used to say I hate religion and God wasn't real until I fell to my knees and I couldn't do it anymore. And I asked for clarity to fight this, and I am fighting. I have found a higher power. I have found a higher power. This says, describe how you feel out of focus. I said, why are drugs still number one on my mind? Why can't I prioritize? Why do I lose track of time? Why don't I care about responsibility? Why am I stuck here behind the shield of who I never used to be and have changed every moral value? This part is honesty and a gateway to spirituality. And it says, make a list of the things you've become more honest since entering treatment. I said, I understand that I can't do this alone. I've connected with God and all of my understanding, and I can say I'm sorry and I can mean it. I can express myself in groups now that I never could before. Describe 3 ways you can still improve. I can be honest in all aspects of my life. I can be more focused. I can fill my day with productivity, not avoidance. Can fill my day with productivity and not avoidance. Anything you use has given you that mentality that avoidance is the answer, and it's not. Okay, so on this next one, I wrote on here, I said, I hate that these look like dope pipes, which is just showed how unsober I truly was and how early in sobriety I truly was. And so I wrote, I hate that these look like dope pipes. I'm writing the illustrator, JK, I'm not going to. Put step 2 into your own words. My God can help guide me to a relief. And some thoughts again. When I say some thoughts again, I mean any thoughts that weren't to do with drugs. Because I had a terrible time giving up, not the drugs, but the fact that I value myself as the money that I could bring in as an income through selling drugs. And that's something that I don't think I've ever really talked about. But I came to believe the word suggested that your spiritual journey, discovery, is a journey. And you have to find it. I can't do that for you, no matter what. Alright guys, this is going to be the last one for a while, but please follow if you would like to hear more. This says, do you believe that there's a higher power greater than yourself? I said, I believe God is real, and I will face him one day for my sins, but he still has a plan for me here and now. Write a want for the higher power that you would like in your life. I said, help wanted. In capital letters, I said, help wanted. I said, angry boy with tender veins, seeking lovely, tender, stern, and blunt spiritual leader must offer the truth and enlightenment. Will pay only the cost.